Looking around the capital, Thimphu, you wouldn't think there was an imminent election in Bhutan. There were no election billboards, no campaigners using loudspeakers to get their message across, and hardly anyone on the streets canvassing. 380,000 registered voters are eligible to cast their ballot on Saturday to elect 47 members to the lower house. The issues are clear.
For me, the India-Bhutan relationship is strong and remains strong. Any party that comes to power has to remember this.
Our economy is dependent on our neighbour India. We fail or succeed based on that relationship.
The government, led by the Peace and Prosperity Party, or the DPT, won a landslide in the 2008 election. It allowed us to follow one of its ministers during the election campaign, but refused Al Jazeera's request to speak about its policies on camera. Khandu Wanchuk is the DPT's former economy and foreign minister. He's taking his message into the countryside, where 70% of the population lives. The last election was fought on personality, the king's uncle versus the seasoned diplomat, and it was the diplomat that won. This time round, the candidates are having to answer the questions on the issues that really matter to eligible voters in small gatherings like this.
It's been totally different from 2008. It's much more sophisticated. The messages are much more complex and detailed and worked down to the last detail. And how they go about taking this message across is also much more sophisticated in that they are engaging media professionals.
But nothing beats meeting the people face to face. The president of the opposition is supporting his party's candidate running against the incumbent Khandu Wanchuk.
Everywhere you see water, but real drinking water, the irrigation, all that is a common problem. Where there are fields, we need to get the irrigation channel running, and even drinking water. These things we need to look into. This is where it's a concern across the country.
In the primary elections earlier this year, 4 parties were reduced to 2 to face off in the election on Saturday. The ruling party was seen as a sure bet to win. Now the public is voicing its opinion. Neither party can take victory for granted. Sohail, Rahman, Al Jazeera, Paro, Bhutan.